Return to Freddy series. I have a weird flashback when this vibes. Do you remember when a kid was so stupid to die inside the spring lock cause he was scared of the Purple Man? Or the Return to Freddy 5 when there are 10 floors and there is a factory made by a shitty guy who made their puree a robot called the Total Device? Or when in the book the main plot is super okay, maybe we should not tackle that on YouTube because but there is a lot, and I mean a lot of the Return to Freddy. And they all started cause Scott asking the creator to rename the fan game he called Five Nights at Freddy's 3 into something else. Or otherwise he will get a copyright strike, so the creator did that. And let's not forget the street club with robot version, including one of them be the robot to see of his ex-girlfriend. Yeah, the Return to Freddy is pretty weird. I review Five Nights at Eyes and World, Five Nights at Wario Once, Fun Games, The Rust, Five Nights at Sonic World, and so many other games, but with the Return to Freddy I just can't do it. It's not that I hate the series. Okay, you know what? I do hate this series because it's weird as hell, like super, that from the plot of that from the book. And do not only that, but the limit is the series, this is whereas you have 4% immortal, but you lose your fucking, what the fuck the creator was thinking? But I decided to give it a one try to a fun game. Yeah, I review a fun game instead of the original series because the original is a meh in my opinion. So let's begin with another review of the Return to Freddy Winter Wonderland. It is Christmas in the game world, and our body player has been chosen as Night Guard. Welcome to the body. It is please scroll down a bit cause an incident in the restaurant before was called Fredbear Family Diner, but now it's called Freddy Fazbear Pizza, The incident has something to do with maybe a bite? Nope. This is a different event, After all, this is the Return to Freddy, the one where phone Papu guy get fucking stabbed somewhere, or this Papu shit die inside a spoon lock, rip bonzo. So yeah, he could do it. In the morning you have 3 hours from left, right and forward. If one of the characters, aka Kitty and Fossy, go in the side, use the light to make them leave. If Fossy is the own way, use the flashlight to make him go away. You have a music box that you can always check from one side when you're not in the cameras, which is honestly helpful. There is next to the office a generator. The generator will probably broke down and ask to be fixed once a night or two. But it's easy, just click yes and do not forget it. But I don't think you can forget it because it make a loud noise, like there is a bomb into your office if you fail. It's like the sound they play like there is a bomb. If you fail to face it, well, the power goes out and you will get a nice meet with Freddy, his classic Toledo match. Talking of Freddy's friends, they're gonna walk the same. They will slowly come out and you have to put the mask. Easy as pie. I'm gonna leave you here the phone guy for tonight. For every night start, like I did with the Fun Night and Marcos free fun for that game, cause the things can be interesting, honestly. After that, we go outside the restaurant. Got it? Good.
Hello? Hey, welcome to your new job here at Fredbear. Freddy's. If you're hearing this, congratulations, you're our new night guard. Throughout the week, you'll be here to watch over the building, make sure no one gets in or out. Fazbear Entertainment wants everyone to forget what happened at Fredbear's. Freddy's is truly meant to be a magical place for kids and grown-ups alike, where fantasy and fun come to life. There's also potential for legal issues to come up, so Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for property or people being damaged here. This job may seem easy, but there's a catch. You might have seen our animatronic mascots by now. If not, you can see them on the cameras through the tablet we've provided you with. While they're programmed to move around during the day, they've recently begun roaming around at night. It could be about their servos. As far as we know, they'll still think there are people to entertain around at night, and you just happen to be the people. If someone does happen to wander in, we've supplied you with a spare animatronic head. Just throw it on, and it'll trick them. That thing is a bit old though, and since this place has been under construction, asbestos or whatever may have gotten into it, so wear it only when you need to. And just in case you may think that there's something roaming down the halls, you can operate that spotlight in the ceiling there. Oh, two more things I need to mention. Keep an eye on the generator. You'd be pretty screwed if it happened to shut off, as the entire building's power would die out. Through the tablet, you can fix any errors the generator may have during your shift. There's a music box you'll need to keep wound up at all times in the entrance area. It's what keeps a special attraction from leaving. I think that's everything. I'll talk to you tomorrow night, and remember to smile as you're the face of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
Welcome to the other world, where it is basically Deltarune. It is time to go to the restaurant, which you can see that they're hiding the original building name. That's the very way this normal.
Freddy and his friends may get more irritable as the week goes on, so you really should keep an eye on them. Oh, that reminds me. There's a built-in whistle function on your tablet for one of the animatronics in the building. His name is Doug. Doug the dog. His newer technology makes the mask trick ineffective for whatever reason, so if he ever leaves his spot on the stage in Party Room 1, find where he is on the cameras and use the whistle. It'll draw him back to his stage in a heartbeat. He'll probably be lurking in one of the 2 halls. You may also have noticed Sugar the cat. She likes to crawl through the vent system, so make sure you keep a good eye on her. Sugar's programming is odd. She can be either fooled by the mask or rebooted if a bright light happens to shine on her face. So you may have to switch gears at times when it comes to her. Hope this doesn't give you too much trouble, especially that puppet thing. I've never been too fond of it. It's very eerie looking compared to the others. Just stares when it's on during the day. Keep it in its box at all times, okay? Oh, yeah. One last thing. If you're tired of that generator acting up and going out, you might want to check on it after your shift tonight. I'll call you then. Good night.
In this night, there is Fuzzy, Kitty, and Dog. But I'm gonna call him Sparky, cause screw you! Sparky fans, rise up. Fuzzy and Kitty will attack left and right, but also in the hallway. If Fuzzy is in the hallway, you want to use the flashlight like I said before, until leave. Kitty will instead go inside the office and have to use the mask like Freddy, Bonnie and Chica. Sparky instead will go to left and right hallway, and you have to use this blue bottle to make him leave. How you can tell he leave his stage? Well, you can check the cam next to the puppet one. Sometimes, where Sparky and Kitty are. If Sparky leave, you know what he's gonna do soon, so make sure to be fast. The phone guy talk about that you need to fix the generator, cause it is bad, yeah, I can say that. So, well, go to the generator and attack letters one by one until it's done. But watch out, Freddy's there with you, so you have to check him, but he's honestly at this night, like, and when I fix the generator, I always, before the screen fade, to look at him, which probably make him stay until cause of something, maybe it's a bug. After that we can go to sleep.
Hey, you made it to night 3. Congrats. I don't have much to talk about tonight, so this call will be quick. Oh, by the way, good job on fixing that generator. It seemed to work great for a bit this morning, but it just randomly stuttered and started acting up again. At this point, don't worry about it. We'll just order it. Recently we got Foxy the Pirate up and running. If he has the same issues as the others, he'll be out wandering around the building soon enough. We discovered that, much like Sugar, Foxy's mechanisms are very vulnerable to bright lights, so if you see him near you, just try shining your spotlight on him. Hopefully that'll make him run off. Here's a little story. It seems like the company accidentally sent us an older animatronic today. It's a spring lock animatronic. This one has to be an older model. I've never seen anything here like it. According to the others, his name is Fredbear. He's not in working condition at the moment, so he's not going to be moving around anytime soon. Lucky you, huh? We're just going to keep him in the back room until we decide what to do with him. Anyway, I have to get going. Just keep up what you've been doing, and you should be golden. Alright, good night.
In night 3, nothing new happened. Honestly, I mean, they are more faster and the generator is kinda broken again, but nothing that interesting. Except the fact that you have to leave the building cause you are stupid and forgot the keys of the exit in the backstage, and now you have to go all the way back around the building, will not be taken by them after. After taking them, I mean the keys, after you take the keys, we can leave and sleep.
Hey, Night 4. You've been doing a great job so far. I don't have much to say tonight, so I'm really just here to give you company. I know being in those walls the entire night can probably get to your head. Don't worry, it'll be over soon enough. Oddly enough, though, no one has come to get Fredbear yet. So, how about after your shift, you go take a look at him yourself? I left some old tapes that should explain how to get him up and running. These spring lock carriers have been out of commission for quite some time now, and I doubt he was sent here on purpose. We actually have the original Fredbear and Bonnie in the background as well.
Oh, whoa, what the heck? Is that supposed to be the man? Yeah, what is that? It looks like the Peanut Man.
These things are dangerous, and having them here is a risk. Some of the employees get shivers just looking at them. Anyways, the animatronics have been starting to show some strange behaviors during the day now. Sometimes they'll just stand there in rooms, especially in the puppets. Just stand near the box. They're waiting for it to tell them something. It's starting to become an issue. Kinda makes me worried for you over there right now. There's really nothing to worry about, though. You should be fine, especially since you made it this far. I should get going. Good night.
In this night there is not anything that interesting, but the phone guy talk about checking animatronic. Lockjaw! I sure hope it's gonna be easy!
Now, remove Frank Bird's hat, followed shortly after by the hair. Make sure you are very careful with the delicate parts by taking them off slowly and in a neat path. Now proceed to remove all facial components, starting with his eyes. Great. Now proceed to carefully remove his nose. Great work. Now proceed with taking off his right ear, followed by his left. Excellent. This step is crucial, so take your time and precisely work through this. Using extensive force, hold on Frank Bird's jaw to Good job. You have successfully opened up. Now finally pry open Frank Bird's chest with a constant even force. Whatever you do not let go until his chest is open. Letting go or failing to apply a constant pressure may cause a spring lock to fail and prematurely release.
Can you hear? You can't be there right now. It happened. Something really bad happened. And this dude's gonna come eventually. Oh god. Someone found the Frankfurt robot. They must have solved the spring locks. Please don't go in the back room. Don't even look at the camera. Everything's just gone horribly wrong. The animatronics have been acting erratic. It's almost as if they're... Look, you're gonna have to hold out until someone gets you on your ship, so you're safer staying in your office than trying to leave. And don't show up tomorrow. This place is shut down until further notice. It's Christmas tomorrow. I've gotta go. Good luck and Merry Christmas, okay?
My 5 now include a new enemy. Go the Freddy, then I got guess to scale all the characters that start seeking Freddy as a yellow bear hallucination. Sometimes it will be in our way as a head that does nothing. Honestly, other than, just stand there, it does not affect a lot. After night 5, you can finally leave this, but it is welcome to night 6. It's Christmas! And Fredbear Spring Bonnie are now attacking, and also Shadow Lockjaw. Shadow Lockjaw act like Godfrey basically. But it's honestly meh, cause of, well, he only attack if you use the light in our way, so if you never use it there, yeah. It's easy a bit, but the music boss is faster. Spring Bonnie and Fredbear got the same mechanic for Kitty, we can say. Sometimes they will go left or right, and you have to use the flashlight. If it's on the other way, they will use the mask way. I can put the mask. It's gonna be hard, but you can make it if you try harder. I think that all this game can be pretty understandable, honestly. The son of Glon got killed by Vincent. Yeah, Vincent is William's name in this world, because yeah, during that time we never know the William after name. After that, the Fredbear family diner get renamed into Fredbear Fazbear Pizza, and the spirit become the puppet and give life to our robot. Then attack you, the robot, the puppet give life to robot, they attack you in game. The father followed the puppet. The father of the son followed the puppet to be in the lockjaw room, and Vincent come out and probably kill him and stuff inside him. After the nigga find out this, the restaurant get closed down again. I don't know what happened to the player, probably get killed because of the final cutscene shot the puppet. Slowly coming out, but maybe not. Well, we finished the game. Now we have Elsa to go and The chapter 2. Wow. I sure love this game. And when I mean love it, I mean... Yeah, I'm gonna be fast with this chapter. Classic mod is a recorded version of the original The Return to Freddy 2. Not only that, but you can even swap tester with the one from the beta when it was a creation. After beating the game, when I mean beating, I mean I can use cheat engine and speed the game until finish. Yeah, anyways, I try giving a try the game, yeah. In my opinion, this game is okay, I guess. Kinda stupid the concept to use it to music bots. Winter Wonders, yeah, you do have that, but you know, it's different cause the generator does not work as music bots and they only ask to be fixed once or twice, you know. Tonight, custom night challenge. And one of the challenge called The Legends of Golden Freddy Show Lockjaw, but it's just put the mask over. Oh yeah, I died somehow, don't ask. The Return to Freddy 2 Classic done. Now let's go up to the Winter Wonderland, shall we? So we can come back. In the extra mod there is some stuff I wanna talk about, like there is animatronic, which Spring Bonnie design is inspired by Glitch Trap. The Bonnie design is based on the Five Nights at Freddy Vuel. Fredbear design is based on Fredbear left to rot or something. But there are other stuff, like those stuff are the Promet timeline and the Promet inside. So let's begin with the Promet timeline, aka the story of the game. Break Boys, City before The Return to Freddy 2 reboot is officially revived by the former team members Susie Lott, Massey Eleva, Paul Tucker, Tonstel, Diane Nomok. Nocturna joined as a new storyteller. Former environment modeler Prime joined the new team alongside new characters modeler and sprayartist Marissa aka the Phantom Wolf. An animator programmer Lander with some luminous production is finally expected. Lockjaw 1 is completed by Nomok. Marissa finished Bonnie model. Chica model is finished alongside Freddy. Fuzzy model is completed. Sugar model is completed. Doggy model is completed. The first teaser for The Return to Freddy 2 Winter Wonderland is posted on GameJot. Second teaser is created by Winsome Stance. Tekara begins modeling Fredbear version 1. The Return to Freddy Winter Wonderland GameJot page ranches. Third and fourth teaser is finished by Winsome. Ivan Nugget joined the Lumens team. Power splice done. Classic mod teaser posted and intro cutscene made. Spring Bonnie is finished, while Fredbear version 1 is scrapped due to stylistic difference. Fredbear version 2 is finished by Marissa. Lockjaw version 2 is completed by Marissa, making the completion of all models. Beta tester chat is formed. First beta build is sent to tester. All Overworld sprites are finished. The soundtrack is completed and Winston finished the jump scare. And we finally did the Promet timeline. Now it's time with the timeline inside. I'm gonna make you hear what they say while you're gaming.
I'm Suslord, the director of Winter Wonderland. This game was probably the most ambitious project I've ever worked on, and it was pretty much an amazing experience. First of all, let me start from the beginning. When the game started, it was being made by Blackboy74. Him and a couple of friends of his were pretty much trying to remake the Return to Freddy's 2, and it was pretty much in development hell. No one was motivated and actually wanted to work on the game. Team members kept quitting, so he shelved the game, but Maximum Elevator, who was this game's project manager and co-director, He was talking to me in a Discord call about the canceled 2R, and he was just mentioning how it was cool. And out of the blue, I had no rhyme or reason. I just was like, I'll try to finish the game. Because from what I had heard, pretty much everything had been rendered, and it just wasn't finished being programmed. And as a programmer by trade, I was like, okay, I'll finish the game's code and we can release it. I looked at the old game's graphics, and I thought they were awful. like, just completely being honest, I did not like the way they looked. So, me, Nomoke, Tech Owl at the time, Vapor, and some other friends, we'd made a group chat, and our plan was, alright, we're gonna remodel the characters, re-render the rooms, program it, and call it a day. And as time went on, like, you've played the game, there's a lot more than that. We added all the repair sections, we added the overworld, we added the cutscenes. It was... The game started as a small idea, and just expanded into something much, much bigger. But through the game, I met amazing people. Before the game started, I had no clue who Marissa was, who's now one of my best friends. I wasn't too close to Nomoke and Ivan Nugget, and again, through the game, I became close friends with them. As someone who's going to college for video game design, I learned a ton of just useful information to use, and honestly, I don't think I'm ever gonna have an experience or game like Winter Wonderland, but the fact that I did get to have it is just amazing, and it's an experience I would never give up for the world. And also, the reception that, like, the game's gotten from just, like, fans and people excited for it. It's the first time I think I've ever had hype build up for a game I'm making, and, like, people looking forward to teasers, because we did teasers for this game, and I absolutely love teasers, so that was just a great thing we got to do. And, as just a fan of the Return to Freddy's, I've been following the Return to Freddy's game since 2015, maybe even 14. Like, I love the series, and I loved what I was able to do and contribute with it. As you may have heard by now, we are planning on making a sequel to this game, and I just want to say thank you for your support, and I'll see you then.
Welcome to my developer insight for the Return to Freddy's 2 Winter Wonderland. I'm the lead modeler of the game. I was contacted by my friend Nomak or Namoke. He asked me if I wanted to be the modeler of this game because Suslord was looking for a modeler. I modeled Bonnie first, then Chica, then Foxy, and then Freddy in that specific order. I left Freddy for last because the team did not know what we wanted for Freddy to look like. We eventually settled on making him look like he was from Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I eventually got around to modeling Sugar and Doug. Sugar was the more difficult one to come across. According to Maximum L, Vapor, and Suslord, they originally wanted to leave Sugar out of the game, but I didn't want to see the character go to waste, so I decided to ask if I could redesign her. I went into my art program Clip Studio Paint and started sketching out something that looked a bit more original. Sugar was planned to wear a sun hat, but it was quickly scrapped due to everyone not liking it that much. After I was done redesigning Sugar, I had Spring Bonnie and Fredbear left to model. Lockjaw and Fredbear were already modeled by two other people. Lockjaw was already modeled by Namoke, way early on in development before I started working on Bonnie. Fredbear's model was made by Tech Owl before he left the team and internet, but because of the models looking different from my own style, Suslord requested me to edit the models to look more in tone with mine. After I finished the models, I eventually started spriting things for the overworld. Nomak was originally in charge of doing the overworld, but because Suslord knew I had spriting skills in the past, he asked me to see if I could do it instead. The overworld at least took 3 weeks to finish, but because I decided to do it in all one image instead of doing it with tiling instead, it eventually made the process a lot more difficult than it needed to be. Suslord eventually wanted me to do the Night 6 cutscenes because he got lazy and he knew I also animated in Source Filmmaker at one point, so I eventually animated Spring Bonnie getting up in that specific cutscene. Afterwards, the team decided that the animations of the animatronics being in front of your desk in the office didn't really look that nice. so I suggested that I can reanimate them and pose them in a nicer way. The last thing I did for this game was animate Lockjaw's jump scare in the lockjaw repair part of the game. And that's a wrap for my developer commentary. If you're interested in any other projects that I do, follow me on Affordable Puns on Twitter.com and the Thanksome Wolf at GameJolt.com. Also, trans rights are human rights.
Hi, I'm Maximum Vapor, and I was the second in command and project manager for Winter Wonderland. I have a bit of history with this game, as this initially began as a revival of Black Boy 74's The Return to Freddy's 2 Rebooted, and I was part of the original team. Sometime after 2R's cancellation, I was talking with Suslord about it one day in a Discord call, when he out of the blue decided to form Luminance Productions and bring the game back. I rendered just about everything for the main game, plus the cutscenes, and made sure the other team members got their tasks done, like in Among Us. That's all I have to say.
Hello, I am Toonster Games, and this is my developer insight for The Return to Freddy's 2, Winter Wonderland. I was originally working on this project starting back when it was called The Return to Freddy's 2 Rebooted. I was very interested in this remake of the game due to it staying rather true to how the original style of the game was, but looking much better at the same time. I was a beta tester for 2R, and I was really liking the progress shown for it. I thought it looked really good. And I was really saddened to see that it got cancelled, because I felt it was one of the best remakes of the game that I've seen out there, and it was a shame that it ended up the way it did. Fast forward a few months later, and I met up with Suslord and his crew. And one night during a call, we were talking about the canceled 2R. And then we thought, well, why not bring it back? And that's how it all started. That's how I began working on Winter Wonderland with everybody. I'm very proud of what the team has accomplished with this game. I think a lot of what they've done together is really good. A lot of the assets everybody's made is, like, really talented. They're all very equally talented people. And, you know, they've all been really great and fun to work with. And I'm glad that they did this game right. TRTF 2 I've always had a very soft spot for, as it was the reason I originally joined GameJolt, as I wanted to follow the game and stay up to date with it. And because of that, it's the reason I essentially got into making fan games. And I wanted to, like, see someone try to make something right with a revival of this game. I hope you enjoyed this game. I had a lot of fun working on this with everybody, and I think they all hope that you had fun with it too. Now I'm being held at gunpoint by Suslord to say this, so we fly high, no lie, you know it, ballin'. That's all I gotta say. Go check out everybody else's developer insight, or better yet, go check out the rest of this menu that isn't just a rip-off of the 6 Horrors 2 one. That's about it. Thanks for listening. See you later. Peace out, home dog.
Hello, I'm Namoke, and I worked on Winter Wonderland as a minor modeler, sprite artist, and I also made this really cool extras menu. When Suslord originally restarted this project, I had decided to decline the offer of making all the models, since I was pretty busy with some other projects at the time. Instead, I had recommended my buddy Marissa to Suslord, so she could do the models instead. Although there were some models I did want to do. Those were Freddy and Lockjaw, since those are the big bad TRTF mascots. While I made Lockjaw, I was given the reference to base it off the early versions of him from TRTF 2, 3, and 4 with some elements of TRTF 5 Lockjaw in there. I had decided to make him look more realistic in some areas by giving him a suit with a bow tie instead of just some blue shirt with some buttons. I had also decided to give him a hyper-realistic fedora based off one I made for a certain Scatman John model. With Freddy, I was going to pitch a older Freddy model I had made for a different project with some adjustments, but later on Marissa just decided to make a whole new one. Along with making a new Freddy model, she had also improved upon my Lockjaw model by making it look more like a ventriloquist doll named Frankfurt Burton, instead of some weird man with tetanus. Spreading-wise was pretty similar, where I'd made a rough layout of how things were going to look, and then Marissa heavily improved upon them. With the extras menu though, it was a completely different story. I immediately took the opportunity to make it since the original version of TRTF 2R that Blackboy was making straight up ripped off the extras menu I made for 6 Horrors 2, and I felt that there were some things I could improve upon. My goal was to finish it in a weekend, but that didn't happen whatsoever. I underestimated what I had to do for it, especially this audio player. With some personal issues also taking my time away from working on this, it took about roughly 2 weeks for me to finish the extras menu. I would say that to me, it is a huge improvement to the previous menu that I had made before, and it's overall pretty cool, and I hope you agree. And with that, that has been my insight for what I had worked on for the Return to Freddy's 2 Winter Wonderland.
Hello TRTF fans, my name is Ivan Nugget on that's my username on the internet, and as you read from the description, I made some of those games and helped creating them. I also helped create other games that are made by other people that are more popular than me. I enjoyed working on Winter Wonderland with everybody. The whole team are great people, really nice friends, you know. I enjoyed working on the voice lines that I did for the game. That's all I gotta say. Peace off.
Hello, my name is Winsomeless. I animated most of Winter Wonderland's jump scares and programmed the entirety of Classic Mode. When I was initially put onto the Winter Wonderland team, I was supposed to have a much more minor role than I have now. If I remember correctly, I did renders for the game page, the initial teasers, banner. Of course, as the game went along, plans got much bigger, and I ended up animating a lot, like jump scares and 360 renders of the animatronics that you can see right here on the extras menu. And then, of course, Classic Mode. Overall, I'm very proud of what the final product of this game came to be. I hope you guys liked it too, and I'm very honored that I got to work alongside such a great team of many other talented people.
Hi, my name is Prime, and I worked as the environmental modeler and cutscene creator on this version of TRTF 2. When I first started working on this project, I was tasked with creating an environment that not only had an identity of its own, but also reflected the original design of TRTF 2. To fulfill the requirements set by this note, I decided to have the game take place in a building heavily under construction, with a winter theme attached to it. I got no concept arts to base the environment on, so everything you see in the game was completely designed by me. To make matters more interesting, I made this entire map for an older version of this project, directed by Blackboy74. As most of you already know, that version got cancelled for quite a few reasons, so for a while I thought that this map would never see the light of day. That all changed when one of the old team members contacted me, because he and some of his friends, or old team members, wanted to continue working on this project. When I joined this new team, I've updated the lighting of this gigantic map, and even added a few new props to make the scene look even more appealing. Turns out, creating a realistic looking cutscene is an incredibly difficult job. Not only did I have to worry about multiple wind, rain, and lightning simulations, I also had to make sure that the scene was optimized enough so that we don't have to pay for a render farm. I had to learn quite a few new techniques that I'm quite thankful for, and I can't wait to use them for my future projects.
So, the Return to Freddy 2 Winter Wonderland. You know, I never wanted to try to make analysis review type of this Return to Freddy series, mostly because of the spotlight is weird, putting things like Street Club Robot, Kitty Fazcat, and the book, Turtle you get my point. But hey, this is not the Return to Freddy you was expecting, it is a fun game or something I do not want to review at first. Just like the Final Sonic video, I was not expecting to make a video of this type, but in the end I made it. What counts is that I cook and I have fun making the stuff. Despite the fact that this content don't get a lot of views, but hey, who cares? What counts, like I said before many times, is that I make for fun this type. I run editing and make better content. So yeah, here we end this video. I was bored, searching for something to create, and the Return to Freddy 2 Winter Wonderland come out as idea. I mean, it's a good game and it's underrated. I was gonna review the entire Return to Freddy World and fun game, but I honestly feel like if you're gonna make that, I'm not gonna include the original series, because this is one of the times I can say that fun games can be way better than the original series. America always improve the series and make it interesting. For my eyes, for be scary. So yeah, it is enjoyable. Not only that, but the Return to Freddy World is honestly pretty big with many fun games to review. Or at least, if I'm gonna make a video, I'm gonna review at least 5 or 7 of them, since like I said before, it's pretty big. But I am probably talking outside the context. I should hope you enjoyed this video. I suggest you can check the playlist, which you can see all the videos I made in the past like this. And we'll see another time with maybe the video I are talking now. Also, else. Remember to put like and subscribe. Click the bell and etc. We'll see another time once again. Thanks again for watching. Look out and have a nice day.